Here is grade 7, module 9, lesson 3. Our I can statement is that I can determine whether it is possible to draw a triangle with 3 given angle measures. If it is, I can construct such a triangle. So this first part here is walking us through how to construct that triangle. With our top notes there, it says if you know the measures of 3 angles, you can try and draw a triangle. Some will not form a triangle. They won't equal 180 degrees. It might be short, it might be too much. And then others will form triangles with the same shape but different sizes. So what that means is that you might have a triangle that is like this. It's itty bitty. We can have one that is the same degrees, but a bit bigger. The same degrees, so maybe like a 30, 60, 90. And then you can have one that's even bigger, but it's all the same degrees. So this angle, see, this is 30. On all 3 of these, it's 30 degrees. On all 3 of these, this is 90. And that would mean all 3 of these would be 60. We've got all the same angles, but different side lengths. And we call that being similar. Okay, so let's practice constructing a triangle. So it says, if possible, draw and label a triangle ABC such that the measure of angle A is 120, the measure of angle B is 15, and the measure of angle C is 45. So first off, let's make sure that these end up equaling 180, because if they don't, it's not going to make a triangle. So we're going to have 120 plus 15 plus 45. Please pause the video, add that up, let me know what it adds up to. If we get 180, we're good to go. All right, 180 degrees, fantastic. Okay, this is going to talk us through what the steps are. If you have a ruler and protractor at home, pause the video, go grab it, it's going to be helpful. First, what we're going to do is draw our, just a giant straight line. This is going to be line BC. Okay, line BC. It has no end, it keeps going. Then you're going to place your protractor at point B. So with your protractor anywhere on your line, so you should have your protractor lined up, and you have that bottom part of your protractor, that bottom part of your protractor where it has the T, that's where you want to place right here, right where it crosses. And that could be anywhere on your line. And then you're going to measure up to, so this is 0, you're going to measure up 15 degrees and make your line. So sometimes I do a dot at my 15 degree mark, and then I get my ruler out and do a nice straight line through that dot. And then from there, I need to do, so I gotta join point B at the dot with the ruler, okay, check. And then place the center of the protractor at part C. So now the center of my protractor is over here, and I'm gonna go backwards 45 degrees. I'm going to do my dot where it says 45 degrees, and then I can make my next line. And again, these can be long. Oops. And the point where they intersect, right here, we're going to make our little triangle. So if you have an eraser, you can go through and erase all this extra stuff here. We don't need any of this. And there's your nice pretty triangle. So start with your baseline. Start with your baseline, which is what's in the blue. Do one of your angles, which we started with our 15 here. Get your line. And then you move your protractor over to C, and we're going to measure 45. And make those big lines here where they connect, where they intersect. That's where you're going to make your triangle, which is where my red dot is. Okay, and that is your triangle. Now, to go back to whether it is a triangle or not, determine whether each set of measurements could be measures for the angles of a triangle. So know that a triangle must equal 180 degrees. If it does not equal 180 degrees, it might be something like this, where you have a little angle and then one that maybe will go off this way. Or let's see, pause your video and draw a triangle that wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Maybe one that is 90, 90, 90. So we would do a 90 degree and then another 90 degree and then another 90 degree. That would be a square. Or a 90, 20, 20, where you would have your 90 degree and then a 20 degree and a 20 degree. Wouldn't quite make a triangle, would it? So we have to make sure that all of our angles add up to 180. And if they do, then yes, it would be a triangle. So our first one here, we have 80 and 80, just doing a little mental math. 80 and 80 will give me 160. So that's going to be, nope, not a triangle. Pause number 2, 120 and then 35 and 25. Is that 180? Add it up. All right, and yes, it is. It does equal 180. So yes, that is a triangle. Now, if you're given 2 angle measures and you need to find the third, you're going to have 115 plus 10 plus something is 180. You can add a variable in there if you want. But we're going to have 125 plus that something is 180. Pause the video. What do you think? How are we going to solve for that missing piece? We could subtract, since we're solving equations here, and we would have that x, or that missing piece, equals 55 degrees. And if you wanted to check, add up your 115 plus 10 plus 55 degrees, and that should equal 180.